The most notorious pirates in history. Pirates have long captured the imagination of people worldwide, thanks to their daring adventures, buried treasures, and sometimes brutal reigns of terror. Throughout history, pirate captains and their crews have dominated the high seas, making a name for themselves with their ruthless tactics, daring raids, and larger-than-life personalities. From the Caribbean to the Indian Ocean, some of these pirates became legends, feared and admired in equal measure. But who were the most notorious pirates in history, and what made them so infamous? 1. Blackbeard, Edward Teach. Arguably the most infamous pirate of all time, Blackbeard, whose real name was Edward Teach, or Thatch, terrorized the seas in the early 18th century. He was a towering figure, with a thick black beard that he often tied in knots and lit with slow-burning fuses during battle, creating a fearsome, smoke-filled image that struck terror into his enemies. Blackbeard's flagship, the Queen Anne's Revenge, was a formidable vessel, armed with 40 guns and a crew of ruthless pirates. He was known for his brutal tactics, and though he was said to have never killed anyone in battle, in some accounts, his reputation for violence made him a formidable figure. Blackbeard's most infamous moment came in 1718 when he blockaded the port of Charleston, South Carolina, and demanded ransom for the release of hostages. He was killed later that year in a fierce battle with British forces off the coast of North Carolina. His death marked the end of one of the most notorious pirate careers, but his legend lives on. 2. Bartholomew Roberts. Known as Black Bart, Bartholomew Roberts was one of the most successful pirates in history, capturing over 400 ships during his career. Born in Wales, Roberts was initially a privateer during the War of the Spanish Succession. However, after the ship he was on was captured by pirates, he decided to join the pirate ranks. His intelligence, strategic mind, and relentless pursuit of wealth made him one of the most feared pirates of the golden age of piracy, 1715–1725. Unlike many pirates who used intimidation and brutality to overpower their victims, Roberts was known for his discipline and organization. His pirate crew followed a strict code of conduct, and Roberts was highly respected by his men. He was so successful that his piracy operations stretched from the Caribbean to the coast of West Africa, even venturing into the South Atlantic. Roberts was killed in 1722 during a battle with the British Navy, but his legacy as one of the most effective pirates in history endures. 3. Anne Bonny. Anne Bonny was one of the most famous female pirates in history. Born in Ireland in the late 1600s, she sailed the seas with her pirate lover, Calico Jack Rackham, and became notorious for her ferocity and defiance of traditional gender roles. As a child, Anne was known for her fiery temper, and she later escaped her family to join a group of pirates in the Caribbean. Bonny's most notable achievement was her involvement in Rackham's pirate crew, where she fought alongside him and fellow pirate Mary Read, another woman. Together, they became part of a small, but infamous crew that plundered ships along the American colonies and the Caribbean. Anne Bonny was captured in 1720 and sentenced to hang, but her execution was delayed due to her pregnancy, and it's believed she eventually escaped, though her fate remains a mystery. 4. William Kidd. Captain Kidd. William Kidd, better known as Captain Kidd, started his career as a privateer, working with the British government to protect merchant ships from pirates. However, as his fortunes waned, Kidd turned to piracy and began plundering ships in the Indian Ocean and the Caribbean. His most famous moment came when he captured a rich French merchant ship, the Quedagh Merchant, which led to his eventual trial and execution. What makes Captain Kidd so fascinating is the ambiguity of his career. While he was indeed involved in piracy, there are debates about whether he was a pirate from the beginning or whether he became one out of desperation and bad choices. Kidd was eventually captured by the British Navy, tried for piracy, and hanged in 1701. Despite his death, the legend of Captain Kidd lives on, especially with rumors that he buried treasure somewhere along the coast of the Caribbean. As we look back at their stories, it's clear that their notoriety was not only built on their criminal activities, but on their ability to captivate the human imagination with their larger-than-life personalities. Today, the legends of these pirates continue to inspire tales of adventure on the high seas, proving that the stories of these notorious figures will never fade away.